Today, my dear friends, the Gospel is taken from Matthew chapter 6, verses 7 to 15. And of course, this is when the disciples came to Jesus and they were asking, Lord, teach us how to pray. Why? Are the disciples or apostles not used to praying? They were born Jews, and every regular, normal Jew should know how to pray at the age of reason, which is practically the age of 7, the age of 8. Now, why are the apostles asking Jesus to teach them how to pray? Well, because they are surrounded by a lot of types of prayers, especially the prayers of the pagans. And so when the disciples asked this question, Jesus clarified, and he said, in praying, do not babble like the pagans, who think that they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them. Your Father knows what you need before you ask Him. So Jesus taught them about prayer. And the prayer that He taught them is the Our Father, which we call the Lord's Prayer. And it goes like this: Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, from the evil one. You see, if you would look at the Our Father, it is a very simple prayer. And Jesus would like to point the focus of His apostles and disciples, and most probably all of us, to the real intentions of prayer. Now, the real intentions of prayer, in order that prayer will be recited every day, Jesus made it a point to include in this prayer all the daily needs of man. Okay, let me repeat, the daily needs of man. For example, He taught us how to say, Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Is He praising, honoring, glorifying God? This should be a daily preoccupation. And so my question to you is this a daily preoccupation to you? That is the reason why in this program, if we would just follow sounds of the soul, every day we worship God by reciting the Psalms at the beginning. We worship God because worshiping God, honoring God, should be a daily preoccupation. Now here comes, give us this day our daily bread. Of course, eating daily material sustenance for our biological needs. This is a daily preoccupation, daily need. We need it every day. And then comes forgiveness. Forgive us our debts. Now here comes a very interesting note. Why debts or trespasses? Not necessarily sins, but debts. Of course, debts means monetary debt. Because it's very common among the Jews, you see, to owe some money to each one. Sometimes they pay, sometimes they don't pay. And because of this debts, many of them quarrel, many of them even fight each other and kill each other over debts. And so it's a daily preoccupation because, Jews are very good businessmen. And I think everyone would agree with me. Everybody would agree with me that the Jews are very good businessmen, like the Chinese. And so being indebted to one another, owing each other large sums of money, can always be a cause of stress or tension, quarrels, or even killing each other. And so Jesus included this daily preoccupation of man, which is owing each other in terms of money and debts. He included it in prayer, and the stress is made to forgiveness. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And then another daily preoccupation of man is the fear in his heart that the end of time will come. The testing the final test. And the Jews have been used to this in their history. One test over the other. They thought that the world will end, And so the Lord says, lead us not into the test. And then finally he says, but deliver us from the evil one. Of trespasses, and of course praying that the testing day wouldn't come, because it will mean so much grief and so much sorrow. And of course the influence of Satan. These are daily preoccupations, and they were all included in the daily prayer, the Lord's Prayer. So what does this tell us? It tells us that we have to pray every day, especially the Lord's Prayer. Thank you.